So you want your ex back, but it's been months or even years since you were together. Is there still hope? Well, in this video, I'll explain how to make that happen. Hi guys, I'm Brad Browning, of course, and I'm the author of the X Factor program. Now, as a breakup coach, I've helped thousands of people like you get the second chance that they want with their ex. And today's video is going to focus on how to win your ex back after a long time apart. Now, first off, I know that you might be worrying that you've missed your chance, but oftentimes you actually have a better chance at winning your ex back because so much time has passed since the breakup. If you remember that old saying, time heals all wounds, well, often the months or years that you were apart from your ex can help to erase some of the negative memories that your ex may retain of you and your relationship. Now, this time apart is especially helpful if your relationship ended on poor terms with, a breakup that involved a whole lot of fighting and tears. Now, while time may not heal all of the negative memories and hostile feelings that your ex may still harbor, especially if your relationship ended due to cheating, lying, or other mistreatment on your part, it does usually do a great job of helping your ex forget about the other negative aspects of the time that you shared together. Another benefit of time apart is the fact that your ex has probably dated other people during that time, and since those relationships obviously didn't go anywhere, you probably look pretty good compared to their rebound. And on top of that, this time apart has also allowed both of you time to miss one another. So that's the good news. But the bad news, unfortunately, is that time can also be your enemy. Depending on how long it's been since the breakup, it's always possible that your ex has found somebody new and simply isn't going to respond to your attempts to reconnect. So while I definitely think there's often a very good chance of getting your ex back, even if it's been a year or longer since the breakup, you do need to be prepared for the possibility that things simply won't ever work out no matter how hard you try. Now, if you want to find out what your chances are and how likely it is that your ex will take you back, I recommend you use the free quiz on my website. Like I said, it's totally free. It only takes about 5 minutes to complete. Just answer a few questions and then click submit to see your results and get a better idea of where you stand with your ex and what your odds are. I'll put a link to the free quiz in the description below, but the URL is also breakupbrad.com/quiz. All right, now let's move on and talk about reestablishing contact with your ex. So depending on how you broke up and who initiated the end of the relationship, reestablishing contact with your ex may be a bit challenging. If it was you who got dumped, contacting your ex should actually be easier than if it were the other way around. Presumably with many months having passed since the breakup, it's unlikely that your ex is going to question your motives. You should be able to make a friendly phone call to your ex without arousing any kind of suspicion. Now, if you are going to call or message your ex out of the blue, it's best to have a legitimate reason for the message. For example, ask a question, suggest a movie, etc., just so that they don't wonder why you're suddenly starting to talk to them again. And while texting is a great way to begin reconnecting with your ex, eventually you are going to need to push for a face-to-face meeting, at least after a few weeks. And this is going to allow both of you to feel those sparks again, the way you did when you first met. And you're also going to want to show your ex the new you so that they can see how much you've changed since the breakup. Now, when you finally do arrive at the meeting with your ex, there's a few simple things that you should keep in mind. Number one, don't act emotional or nervous. Be casual and try to act as calm and cool as possible. You should have been apart long enough that this won't be an issue, but if you're prone to tears and emotional outbreaks, just do your very best to keep those in check while you're with your ex. Number two, keep the conversation light, upbeat, and casual. One of your primary objectives here is to remind your ex why they fell in love with you so long ago, and that means that you need to show them the lighter, more fun side of your personality. So, just try to have fun and keep your conversations lighthearted rather than delving into your past relationship and your breakup. Number three, flirt with your ex. Now, flirting is great, especially if things are going well and you're both having a good time. Laugh, gently touch your ex's arm, tease them, and always make eye contact. Number four, bring up some happy shared memories and inside jokes. This is going to help remind your ex of some of the fun that you had together. And if things are going well, don't hesitate to drop some, sexual innuendos or even reference some of the fun you guys had in bed. Sexual intimacy is obviously really important, and if your ex seems receptive, then this is a good chance to remind them how great your sex life was when you were together. Number five, leave the past in the past. You don't want to bring up old drama or remind your ex of the problems that led to the initial breakup. So try to steer clear of those kind of topics, and instead just focus on showing your ex a good time. Number six, give your ex the impression that your life is awesome. Don't be afraid to talk casually about someone you've dated since the breakup. Don't linger on the topic or go into, any details, but don't be afraid to share details about your awesome love life or your busy social schedule. Show your ex that you've changed for the better, but do so by using actions, not words. Demonstrate the new you and infer that you've realized your past mistakes and you're more mature now. Number seven, eventually move things into the bedroom. Now, I wouldn't necessarily make this the goal of your first in-person meeting, but ultimately sex and physical contact is what differentiates friendship from a romantic relationship. So it's important that you move towards that goal eventually. It's tempting to just enjoy your time together and then allow yourself to fall into the friend zone, especially if your ex isn't looking to get back together with you yet, anyway. So while you may not be able to get your ex into bed after just one meeting, that should still be your ultimate goal. Continue to ramp up your flirting, drop more innuendos, and reference past sexual encounters with your ex until he or she gets the message and starts to accept your advances. It's probably going to take more than a few dates, but eventually you'll fall back in love with your ex and you'll be ready to talk about rekindling your relationship. And once you do finally win back your ex's heart, make sure you get things right this time. Address the problems that ended the relationship in the first place. Make amends, and hopefully you'll never have to go through another breakup. And that's it for this video. I want to keep this one pretty short, but I know there's lots of questions and what if scenarios that you might have that I haven't covered. But luckily, you can find a more detailed advice video on my website, breakupbrad.com. So head over and watch that right now for free, breakupbrad.com. Thanks very much for tuning into this video. Hopefully you learned a few helpful things. If so, please click like and subscribe to my channel to get notified when I release more videos like this one in the future. Thanks again for watching, and best of luck out there.